Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. So today we are going to, means it's a simple workshop on business analytics, so that we can understand what actually business analytics is. And there is a bit confusion among candidates that can we do business analytics without coding, or is it only possible if we know coding? And what are the different tools that we use for coding? Like only Python is there, or R is there, or any other tools are there that we can make use of? And what could be the profiles that we get after doing this business profile, like we are doing this analytics part? So what the profile we will get once we enter any organization? So we'll try to understand that. So before that, would like to define that what actually business analytics is. So first of all, I will define, then I will hope each one of you can give your example of analytics, how we are using analytics in our day-to-day life, because we all are using this analytics concept either knowingly or unknowingly. We are using this in our day-to-day life, right? So I will give you an example, from that you will understand. Okay, so before that, how we will define business analytics? Why we use, means what is basically this term analytics is, and why this is business analytics? Any idea, anyone? Anybody, any idea? No. Okay, so business analytics, so analytics is a concept that we make use of to take decision regarding our business, so that we can make profit in our whatever the business the company is doing. The company can make profit over there. Profit, how analytics will help in that? So analytics will help in decision making, and that decision making will help in taking the decision. Analytics will help in taking the decision. Business analytics, because we are using the analytics concept to take decision that will be beneficial for our business, for profit making. Because the final objective of any organization is to make profit. The concept of analytics helps in that. We can predict future, and accordingly we can take decision. In beforehand, we can take decision, and we can overcome the problems that can be there if we don't have any analytical tools or analytical understanding. So we'll miss on many things, right? So initially, if you remember, when we were booking tickets for train and it was waiting list, or we were getting RSC, so at that point of time we were not knowing that whether we will get the confirmed ticket during the time of journey or not. But right now, just because of analytics, we are able to understand, or we are able to predict that this much of chance is there that seat can be confirmed, right? This is just because of analytics. So using the data, historical data, to make decision, to create some models that will help in decision making, that is your analytics. And because this analytics is helping in business making, that's why this is business analytics. Okay, so how we will define this business analytics technically, if we have to define? And before that, understand why there is need of business analytics. Initially, if you remember, our most of the data were structured either in Excel form or in any other form, but it was in a structured format. So there was not that much of problem. There was one data warehouse was there, and we were knowing that our whole data are stored at this place, right? And there was a predefined traditional BI tool was there. There was one predefined BI tool was there that was being used by most of the organization. And we were also knowing that we are going to get the output or the report in a predefined format. But right now, the situation has changed. The most of the data that we get on which we have to work are either unstructured, semi-structured, or very rare structured data. Now, apart from data warehouse, this time we are having big data are there, means huge number of records are there. So data have increased means with a huge pace in you can say last 5 years. And with that, our traditional BI tools cannot be used. So we make use of data science algorithms. So data science algorithms, when I say, so it's related to your analysis. Like some regression is there, correlation is there, ANOVA is there, logistic regression is there, naive Bayes is there for classification. So different algorithms are there that will help in doing the analysis. Right. And not only predetermined reports will come right now. So right now the demand can vary, and accordingly we have to create the reports. So many things have changed. So accordingly, if we are not updating ourselves, so the companies which are not updating their shelf, so they lag behind. Right. And this was the reason that why Nokia fell, because Nokia was the leader in mobile phones, but all of a sudden when the time for a smartphone came, Nokia lagged behind because it could not predict the future, that the demand of future could be like this. And the companies which were far behind this, like Samsung and all, they are now leading the market. This is just because of the lack of analysis. So analytics helps in decision making. Just by using the historical data with some new information, we can predict future, what could be the future. And according to that, we can keep ourselves ready for future. Right. Let me clear this. Yeah. So that's why there is need of business analytics with the changing environment and with the change in the pace of data that are coming. It's necessary to make use of analytics, else the company will lag behind. So it has become a need of our to make use of analytics. Okay. Anybody, any question till now, or anyone would like to add anything? No one is having any question. Okay. Now, what is business analytics? If you simply try to understand what is business analytics in a normal layman language, so simply understand data is your ingredients, algorithms that will help in doing analysis, tells how to cook. Our computer, the system cooks it, and the final dish cooked by us is a solution. So this is the step that business analytics or any analytics follow. For doing any analysis, we need all these things. So we can also call data science is like cooking. Data science because the steps that are there in data science or analytics are same. Terms are different, but almost both are same. Analytics, it's a part of data science. So you can say like data science or business analytics or normal analytics is like cooking because cooking involves all these steps. Cooking involves all these steps, and these steps are also also involved in while we are working with any problem in real time, right? So here data, algorithms, and then computer, and then solution. So these are compared with the part of cooking. That's why you can say analytics is like cooking. Technically, if you want to define, as I told you, so business analytics, if someone says that it's about doing some analysis using Python code, so it's not like that. Analytics can be done with any tool. It depends which company is using which tool. Important is you should have knowledge of those things which are required for doing those analysis. Right. So first of all, understand what business analytics is. So it's not much about tools or technology. You don't have to go deep in tools or technology. This tool we have to use. So obviously, one tool will be used, so that you should know. But analytics is not about tools or technology. It's a way of thinking. Suppose a problem is there before you, and the way you think, obviously, the same way you have to put those things in your algorithm that we are going to use. Algorithm will not do anything of itself, so you have to put the way you think. So analytics is the way of thinking that uses the knowledge, tools is one thing, technique to extract valuable insights from unstructured data. So we use the unstructured data or semi-structured data or structured data to take out valuable information from that will help in decision making for a organization that leads to a business strategy. Suppose after doing some analysis, we found that there is a need to increase the stock of a particular product. Let's say sweaters, because this time winter is going to be more, and this is we are predicting because of we are having the data of last few years, and we are thinking that, and not only thinking, we have calculated that chance of winter is more this time because of many reasons we have calculated based on our data. Keeping that in mind, what we are trying to stock more and more sweaters at cheaper cost, because there are very less organizations or industries who are buying more sweaters. So we thought to purchase at this time so that we will get that at low cost, and once time will come, we will sell at good price. So this is the way of taking using the data to take decision. So we can use those data to reach to a conclusion using a particular tool, and your tool can be Python, it can be R, it can be SAS, it can be Advanced Excel, it can be Tableau, Power BI, either. It completely depends on the organization or the company, which tool they are using. Right. Let's try to understand this one. Might be few of you, I have already shared this, but you should know what actually business analytics is. Now tell me, first thing, let me tell you what the problem over here is. There is a person called Alan, and he was going to his village, and in between his journey to his village, to he found a river, and he was about to return because he saw that the no, there is a river, so he was about to return. But all of a sudden, what he saw that there is a board over there, and that board says that the average depth is 3 feet. Average depth is 3 feet. The board reads 3 feet. So Ellen thought, and the Ellen height of Ellen was 5.2 or 5.3. So Ellen thought that he could easily cross the river and he can reach his village. But Ellen could never cross the river and he was drowned. So why did Ellen drown? Can anyone tell me? Why did Ellen drown? Why he could not cross the river?
Because he could not assess the 7 feet depth. He just saw the average depth.
Okay. Because the board that is saying average depth 3 feet is calculated by simply adding the different depths divided by the number of points. So what is missing over here in this average depth? What extra information should have been given?
The standard deviation.
Right, standard deviation is missing over here. So here the normal average we have calculated. That's why it's written at the bottom that beware of traditional statistics. If we simply calculate, do the calculation, we are not doing calculation over here. It's not theoretical, so it's practical. So we will have to think practically. That average depth can be adding all and then dividing. So if some of your data are more, some of your data are less, so your average will change drastically. So average depth says 3 feet, but your all values are not closer to 3. One value is more, 7 feet. So here standard deviation is missing. Now what is a standard deviation? What is a standard deviation? Standard deviation? Can you tell me? So standard deviation is shows the consistency of your data. Number second, standard deviation is the deviation from the mean or average. So if a standard deviation would have been provided, so let's say it is coming somewhere around 3.3. What does it mean? Standard deviation is deviation from mean. Mean means average. 3.3. It means that this average depth can vary. 3.3 means it can be 6.3 also. I've just taken an example, 3.3. It can be more also. So if it is standard deviation is this, means your mean can deviate this much. Means your depth can go till 6.3. if a standard deviation is given. So lesser the standard deviation, more consistent your data is. So standard deviation is more, means your data are not consistent because mean value is deviating more. And if it is deviating less, obviously your data are more consistent in a range. So less the standard deviation is, much better your data are. So if a standard deviation would have been taken care of, Alan could not drawn because he would understand that the average depth can vary this much, or it would have been written that the actual depth can vary this much, but this depth was calculated based on the normal statistics, and this is the problem. So we'll have to do complete calculation before taking any decision, not based on any statistics term. Right. So there comes the use of analytics. If we are not using the complete statistics, with half knowledge, we won't get the correct result, and there will be a problem. Let me clear it. Okay. Anyone having any confusion in this, or anyone would like to ask anything? Okay. Now, how one can master business analytics or analytics? So for that, we should have basic knowledge of computer, because finally we have to work on computer. So basic knowledge should be there. Knowledge of statistics is must, because analytics is all about statistics. If you don't have idea of statistics, we won't be able to take decision. We won't be able to do any interpretation. That's all about means everything we do with the help of statistics. Even before this analytics, when the analytics concept was not there, statistics were used. Means there were statisticians who were doing these things manually, for doing any kind of prediction, whether it is weather prediction or anything. Right now, computer has come that is making job easier, faster. But before computer was not there, statistics is there, and everything was done physically, but there was a statistics, and based on a statistics, every decision was taken. Though most of the business decisions were not taken, that's why Lehman brothers were fallen. If this statistics, if they would have listened to that statisticians, they would not have been such a huge fall in that. So just because of lack of this knowledge, or lack of using this statistic, there is a problem. If anyone uses this in a means in a correct manner, so obviously one can get benefit out of it. Whether it is share market or anything, you take decision based on statistics, right? Everything depends on statistics. So this knowledge of statistics should be there. Practically, the writing code you will understand in one day, 2 days. Once you practice, you will remember. But what is actually happening manually, how we do that, what actually happens at the back of it, we should know that, and that is about your statistics. Then again, knowledge of mathematics, how calculations are happening, how linear algebra works, all those things. Then your machine learning. So machine learning I have written here because this involves your algorithms or methods, whatever you call. For different work, different job, different algorithms are there. Machine linear regression is there, correlation is there to finding the relation. For doing the classification, IIBM theorem is there. Again, for classification and modeling, logistic regression is there. So different algorithms are there under this machine, and this is called machine learning. Once a person is mastering different algorithms, domain knowledge should be there. If you are going to work in IT industry, so you should have knowledge of IT. If you are going to work in finance sector, so you should have knowledge of or idea of finance. If you are going to work in clinical sector, so clinical knowledge should be there, right? Which medicine is there, what is this medicine will be used for, so all this knowledge should be there. Okay, these are necessary once if anyone wants to master business analytics. Now, as I had told you that I will tell you that how we use analytics in our day-to-day life, even without we don't, even if we don't know, but we are using it. All of us uses this analytics concept in our day-to-day life, but we don't know. Like in this example, there is a person who always go to his office from the shortest path. So whenever he goes to his office, he finds two paths. He can go through either of the two paths. One is the shortest one, another is the longest one. Right. So now the first thing in analytics is understanding the problem. So what happened one day, he saw that there is a traffic on the shortest path. Always he used to go through that, but so might be because he know that this, if traffic is there, so what could be the problem, he is knowing everything. So he saw that today there is a traffic at this route in the shortest path. So the problem before this person is to choose the fastest route to his office. He wants to reach his office, and he wants to choose that which path he should select so that he could reach the office faster. Right. So this is not, he is not doing practically, he is not doing anything. He is there in his car, he is going to his office, and at the back of his mind all these are happening. He is defining the problem. He understood, okay, there is a traffic, and because he is there, he is going through that path on a regular basis, means regular basis he is going through that path, so he knows that if traffic will be there, chances are there that this traffic could be longer. He knows that. He also knows that if he go through the longest path, he will take this much of time. So whenever he saw the traffic, so what happened, at the back of his mind he collected many things. He saw the different cars, he saw the number of cars, he also saw different bikes, people on the road. So all these are what? All these are data that is collected by that person. So you'll say that these data are of no use. So all data are of no use. That's why I said unstructured data will be there. So he saw that, okay, bikes are there, all these things are there, all are not required. Unstructured data is there. The color of car also he captured in his mind, but there is no use of color of the car. That is not going to affect his decision. So he will remove those things. Means practically, if you see, if we are doing practically through on a data, so we'll remove the color of the car because that is not going to make any change. So after collection of data has been collected, we will do cleaning. We will clean our data. Right. Cleaning of data will be done. So observe the surrounding and collected data. Now cleaning of the data will be done. Now first of all, check here. Distance is 14 kilometer on route A. On route B, 20 kilometer. Route A is shortest one. Traffic is dense on route A, that is shortest one. And on second route, traffic is mild. Now the distance is 14 kilometer, speed is same. This data processing. What we will do, as I told you, many extra things taken by that person in his mind. So we will ignore the unnecessary observations that we have observed. Right? We will keep those things which are of no use, and we will work on the necessary observations. Okay. Now we have to select the decision variables and predict values like number of cars, number of bikes. Why? Because these things will affect the decision. If traffic will be more, so we cannot go through that path. So time and traffic delay is given over here because that person is going through that road or path every day. So he knows that the normal time through route A is 1 hour 20 minutes. Right. And the traffic delay over here is 55 minutes. So total time we will calculate, but 55 minutes is your traffic delay. In route B, 2 hours time generally it takes because this is the little longer distance. And on route B, traffic delay 0 minutes because there is no traffic. Then what will happen? On route A, total time taken is 2 hours 15 minutes. And on route B, 2 hours. And all these things are done at the back of his mind, the back of the mind of that person, because the data are there with him at the back of his mind. He knows that if he go through this path, route A, this much of lag time means will be there. He will have to wait. So route B 2 hours. So he will go through route B because he knows that if he go through route A, obviously he is going to be late, even if route B is longer. So route A will take more time than that. So route B 2 hours. So based on the prediction that the person did at the back of his mind, he took the decision of going through route B. And all these decisions he took simply by sitting inside the car. So same way, we are also taking decisions like this in our day-to-day life. Though we don't know, but we are taking such decisions small in our small work. Each and every day we are taking some decisions which are based on analytics. So the final solution is going through route B because that is the fastest route. It will take 2 hours and there is no traffic over there. So now there is a life cycle for any problem. If any problem is there is a life cycle for that. So first of all, identify the problem. What is the problem? Now related to that problem, we will have to collect the data. And once we have collected data, we will have to clean it. So we need to clean the data first. And once the cleaning of data has been done, we will transform data. We'll make it ready to use. Then we'll do data analysis. Analysis we'll do with the help of some algorithms. And finally, once model has been created, we can deploy it to be used. Right. So these are the steps that are involved. Right. So these are the life cycle that are there that involve different steps. So all these steps will be involved. Let me clear this. Now take one more example. Like I have taken an example of Netflix. So how Netflix finds that you will like this kind of video, and every person is having a different look in his or her phone. This is because of the multiple algorithms running behind it. And what are the different data sources it is using? So different data sources this Netflix is using is the videos that which we watch, the history that are there with us. Suppose I am just considering myself, and so the history that I have kept. So based on my history, all my data I calculated just for single person. I'm just taking example. So all data that I have clicked, it's a historical data or any, all my records are collected, and based on my observations, based on the observation that Netflix did on my frequent use of Netflix, where I am spending more time, which kind of shows I am watching. Based on all these things, Netflix recorded all these things. Which kind of rating shows I am watching, whether it is 3-star, 4-star, or any kind of star. Then location, from which location we have accessed Netflix most of the time. So all these will help Netflix to make a personalized view. Also, let's say if your location that you are using is having good connection or less connection, so Netflix will try to change according to that, so that it won't affect your watching of Netflix. Right. That, so these are many benefits if it is having different data that we are using. So Netflix can provide much needed information that we look for. So there is a personalized video ranker algorithm that helps, and this is because of this that it looks different for each user. Trending now again algorithm is there that displays the trending now videos which are trending in the particular place. So we'll be able to see that trending video, and if we want we can see that. Continue watching, this option also comes if you are watching Hotstar or any other OTT platform. So you'll find that once you have left a particular show or any series or any movie, so next time if you go there, you will find this option, continue watching, so that we can watch from then and there. You don't have to start it from the beginning. You can start from there itself where you had left last time. Right. Then we have similarity algorithm. What is this? So this is the suggestion based on our history, our watch history. That I told you, Netflix collected our data. So once it collected our data, it will create personalized information about us, and then according to that, it will suggest us that you can also watch this movie, you can also watch this show, this will best suit you. And this is just because of our data, our like, our subscription, our whatever we are subscribing, our history. So all these things will help Netflix to make it more and more personalized, and so that each and every person can see the shows according to their choice. So see, multiple algorithms are running behind Netflix. Not only this, these are few important that I shown. There are multiple, right? And these helps in doing the data analysis, not manually but practically, not manually but through system, right? So, and the tools can be any, but this is the process that is involved, right? So tools can be any, but process will be the same. Now, one example is there. This is a one algorithm that I have taken over here. That is market basket analysis. Now, what this market basket analysis does? So this market basket analysis, it explains the combination of those products which can be bought together, and they are bought frequently. And market basket analysis is a concept that uses association technique and a priori algorithm. Like for example, let's say we are buying toothpaste. So chances are there that if we are buying toothpaste, we will also buy toothbrush. Right. So in that case, this market basket analysis, with the help of this, we can create an algorithm that will explain that which products can be bought together frequently. And based on the statistics, this will give the information that these products can be bought together. Or if we keep the few of the products together with this, so it will also be sold out. Market basket analysis means keeping similar type of data that can be sold together frequently. Together we keep it. Right. Now tools, let's come to the tools that we use for either data science or for your analytics. Data science I have written because we do the data analysis part itself, but all the steps that involves, there are many things in data science apart from analysis, that is collection of data and all, then cleaning, then visualization, all these things are there under this. Whereas analytics, we do either with the help of charts and graphs, through visualization, through data itself, right? So either of the ways tools can be used. So first is your SAS, statistical analysis system. This is one tool that is used for analysis. Second one is your IBM SPSS. SPSS is a tool from IBM side that is also used for doing the analysis. Python is another tool that is used for doing analysis. Python is freeware, means it is available free of cost. We can download it, install it and use it. There is no problem. Similarly, R programming is another that is also available free of cost. So anyone can download, install, use it, create. There is no problem. Next is Hadoop. Hadoop with Tableau. So Hadoop is used with big data, and the people who are little worked on or having knowledge of Java, so Hadoop is beneficial for them because both works on the same API. You can easily get it. Hadoop with Tableau, because there is nothing for visualization in Hadoop. That's why we use Hadoop with Tableau, not individually. Power BI is another tool that is used for doing the analysis. And this one is Power BI is a product of Microsoft, where we create multiple charts and graphs. Right. Now, anyone having any question till this? No question? Okay. Now the question is, does business analytics involves coding? Is the concept of coding there in analytics or not? So you can say yes, you can say no. It depends on tools, which tool you are using. That will tell if coding will be there or not. So let's say someone is working in Power BI and he is a visualization expert or Power BI expert. He is also doing analysis through charts and graphs, but he is not doing any type of coding because Power BI is completely visualization. We will do the analysis, we'll try understand everything through graphs, charts, maps, but there's nothing coding in Power BI. But if it's related to SAS, Python, so Python and R are your programming languages. SAS is a query based. If anyone has done SQL or Oracle, any idea about that? So the same way SAS also perform. Right. Again, I told you Python and R both are programming language, R and Python. Both are freeware. You can download it, install it. Right. Second, the first tool that helps in doing analysis without coding is Power BI, or it can be your Tableau also, only Tableau. So only Tableau is also used. So the person that works on Tableau is called Tableau expert. Next one is your Excel, Microsoft Excel. So again, Microsoft Excel is also used for doing the analysis, and we don't write any code. We simply use our mouse and we drag. We simply click things that we are looking for, but we don't use any code over here. Instead, we write some formula because Excel is all about formulas. Next one is your IBM SPSS. So here also we don't do any coding, but it acts perfectly. And because this IBM SPSS is costly, that's why most of the companies don't use this for doing the analysis. But without coding also we can do business analysis. We can do through coding also. The tool you have to select, that which tool you are looking for. right? Which tool we are looking for to do the analysis, or for doing the analytics, which tool we are looking for, with or without coding, right? Now the growth path, how the growth path is like whenever someone joins any organization. So first thing can be your profile can be business analyst, SaaS analyst, data analyst. It can be SaaS programmer, SaaS developer, or it can be Power BI expert, Power visualization expert, right? So these names can be there, and for name you don't have to worry, because company can give either of the name or any other name also, but your initial work will be management and reporting. Reporting work will be there, that will be given to you at the starting. Next profile after this can be your data warehouse analyst, where anyone manages complete warehouse. And then a prediction analyst, and this person should have knowledge of algorithms, machine learning part, so he will be able to work on those things, and such person or such were called as prediction analyst. Next one is your data science. So data scientist is about knowledge of each and everything. So if someone is having knowledge of, sorry, so if someone is having knowledge of all these three, so he can become a data scientist. So data scientist should have knowledge of each and every tool, first of all, right? You should have knowledge of different tools. So the person working as a prediction analyst, so data scientist must be knowing though he is not working on all these, but he must be knowing these terms as well as what prediction analyst will do if there is any problem. So he will set all those things in advance. And this data scientist would have been prediction analyst, data warehouse analyst, any visualization expert. So finally, this data scientist profile comes, and data scientist should have knowledge of multiple things, multiple things like it should be R programming, it should be theoretically how we proceed with the problem, then basic idea of Excel, how we put the data in Excel. It's not about simply putting the data, taking data and then directly working on data. We need to clean it. We need to do the prediction for the data that is being provided to us. So data scientists will look over all these things, all these aspects. Data scientist is the topmost profile name in analytics field, right? So for you, yes, you should have knowledge of all these things, basic, but you should have master in one or two. Let me clear this. Okay. Now the salary growth here I have mentioned. X-axis is your experience, and salary is given away for 0 to 3 years experience. And the red one is your previously the salary was like this for such person who are in this field of analysis. If a person is having 0 to 3 years experience, he is easily getting somewhere around 10 lakh. And if he is having a little bit of experience, like 1 year, 1.5 year, so then there is no problem. In for 3 to 7 years candidates, salary was initially 7.8 lakh, around 7.8 lakh. But these days it's somewhere around 13.2 lakh. In 7 to 10 years, the person was getting 14.40, but these days it's 23.20. But if this is 2020, it's given, but right now this is not less than 30. But if you are having experience of 7 till 10 years, so you can easily get 30. Right, and once you are having any experience at this level, then you are leaving the organization. So your salary can easily go till 50. If you are leaving the organization, joining any new organization after third level, so you can easily get 50, around 50 lakh easily. Okay. Now there are some benefits of this IIBM Institute. First one is your daily live classes will be there from Monday to Friday for 2 hours, where you can ask your doubts. Also, it's not only class. Once we are done with the class or anything that doubt is there from the previous class, so you can ask at the starting or at the end of the class. Right. Second is your LMS portal is there, that is available for your study. You can study that, and that is available for lifetime. Lifetime access will be given to you for that portal. You can go through that, read whatever the classes you have attended. So whenever you want, you can attend. You can go through the recorded classes, so that if you are facing any problem, next time you checked and okay, you're okay with that. Then we will be having projects for different topics. We'll be having different assignments will be there in the class, as well as after the class assignments will be there. And then we will also give one assignment to be solved at the end of the class. And then we'll be having a project, end-to-end project will be there, and that project will be from a particular algorithm. It's not like I have given, and also it should be practically feasible. Now the important thing over here is this institute IIBM is accredited by EAHA. These are the European agency quality marker. So they have given the quality standard to IIBM. Again, QAH is also a quality standard, quality assurance given by. And IMA, you know, that conducts MAT exam. So all these in this IIBM Institute is accredited with, means for quality wise, these institutes have given their certificate to IIBM. Again, the 100% job assistance is there. Once you have completed the course, or even if some topics are left, so if you are having experience 1.5 years, so you will get call easily. And those who are freshers, so they can also start, because once you will complete it, you will get 3 different certificates. With the same course, you will get 3 different certificates. First one is Master Program in Data Science certificate. Second is internship certificate, means that is you have done internship over here. Right. Third is your business analyst certificate you will get. So all these certificates, the internship certificate will be beneficial for those who are freshers. That will help to showcase that you have worked somewhere as an intern. That will be counted as an experience for you. And because you are getting business analyst certificate means you have also done the business analyst course and also data science course. And the fee is lowest, obviously the fee is very less here. You can easily go with it. And related to 100% job assistance, also from my own side, the means many options are there. So if either of you are interested and your interest is there in that field, so once the options comes with me, I can share with the IIBM and you can also get from there, right? So options are there with you, many options will be there. Now anybody, any question? If anyone is having any question, you can tell me. No one is having any question.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, Ibrahim.
Where I can find the PDF of these courses, please.
Yeah, yes, Ibrahim. Can you repeat?
I want to know where I can find the PDF of these courses.
PDF.
Yeah.
PDF of the course material or the syllabus, what actually you are looking for?
The courses of today.
Okay, the class of today, right?
Yeah.
So you will get on LMS portal. If you have registered, you will get it on LMS portal because these things will be available on LMS portal. The recording will be available there. These files will be available on LMS portal of IIBM.
Okay, thanks.
So you can get it from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So all these things, whatever we'll do in class, everything will be loaded or uploaded over there. You can read from there. You can work on the data from there. Right. Anyone else? Any other question? So if you are not having any question, so I'm giving you a 10-minute task. What you have to do, similar, the same way. Here you can see a problem, na? Choosing the fastest route to work. So you have to think that what other problem is there in our day-to-day life that we are solving with analytics, though we don't know, but we are doing it. So you have to just think of that which is the problem, which is the problem that we are facing on our day-to-day, in our day-to-day life, either weekly or monthly, we are facing such problems and we are solving through analytics, though we don't know that we are using analytics. So just take 10 minutes, think over it, and then I will ask you, right? Just take 10 minutes. And if you want to write the problem, data collection, from where you are collecting data, you can note it down and then you can tell me. Just take 10 minutes for this. Hello. So have you thought of any problem that you are facing on regular basis that we can apply analytics in? So if you can share. Anyone? Anyone having any problem that you find that you can solve with this analytics? No one is having any problem to share with? Think for a while. If you have any problem or any problem that we can solve with the help of analytics, you can share. You can share here. We can discuss. Just think for a while. No one has to share anything because we have multiple problems that we solve with the help of analytics in our day-to-day life. Now, what could be other example for this? Another example can be, suppose we are going to appear for any entrance exam. So for that, what we do? We plan that we need to prepare for it. We need to solve at least 10 sample papers, descriptive and objective. So accordingly, we plan our days that this much of days we will take, and we will have to do this for 2 hours every day. We'll have to go through newspaper at least half an hour. So what we are doing all these planning, means we are collecting data, that these could be the data sources that we can use for our preparation, and once we are prepared, we can the solution can be, solution means giving the exams, cracking the exams, giving the entrance exam and cracking it. So that is the solution. That would be the solution. That is possible only when the data are with us and we are able to use it. And we will be able to use it once we have decided how to use it. Right. So that we can do, we are doing over here by dividing our number of hours and what we are going to study at what time. And then we can also keep a discussion point of time, discussion time with friends. Real live means real live interview. Similarly, we can take interviews online, and then in that way we can practice live the same way as we will get in actual. So that will help in performing well and reaching to the conclusion, means solving the problem of getting cracking the entrance exam. So these are the few things that we are making use of analytics. We are means the decision making, mainly the decision making, how we are making decision. So at the back of the decision, analytics will be there. Right. So all these things are necessary. Once mainly your statistics is necessary for doing any type of calculation. Okay. So if you have anything to share related to this, any problem that we can solve with the analytics, you can share right now, or else we will wind up for the day. Okay, no one has to share anything. So just go through the analytics part. What are analytics? You can search on Google. You will find many options, many examples you will get that we use on day-to-day basis. Whatever you see over there that we can solve with the help of different tools, we can solve those things practically also. So in case you are interested in that, you can note down the problems, and once we will do that. That type of questions you can ask, you can bring that question, that how we can solve this, and we can solve that questions in other class also. So you can just check out the questions, the problems that can be solved with the help of analytics. Tools we can use either, it depends in which tool you are interested in or which company is using. So we will decide the tool. It is completely on our discussion, or where we are going to work, which tool is being used over there. So that is different thing, but the concept should be known. Interpretation should be same. Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone for attending this session. And in case if you are having any question, you can ask at IIBM and you will be helped out of it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, sir.